At one of Los Angeles' largest hospitals, COVID-19 patients are packed 4 to a room with only one nurse to care for them. Waiting rooms have become treatment centers. Nearby, multiple hospital staff reposition patients so they can pull enough oxygen into their lungs. It's likely to get worse.
We're going to see another huge surge upon surge. It'll happen in the next 7 to 10 days. Some are describing it as a viral tsunami.
Across the U.S., more than 100,000 people have been hospitalized with COVID for the past 40 days in a row. Across the country, mass vaccination centers are being set up, including at Disneyland and Dodger Stadium in Southern California, at a sports complex near Fort Worth, Texas, and a football stadium outside of Boston, Massachusetts.
Gillette plans to start out doing 300 vaccines per day, but is going to build up to administering 5,000 vaccines per day.
So far, the vaccination program has been slower than expected and with no nationwide plan in place, often haphazard. Early Tuesday morning in North Carolina, hundreds of elderly people waited for hours at a drive-through vaccination center, but many of them were turned away when supplies ran out. The Trump administration announced on Tuesday it would no longer hold back millions of vaccine doses it had been reserving for second shots.
Every vaccine dose that is sitting in a warehouse rather than going into an arm could mean one more life lost or one more hospital bed occupied.
The about-face came days after President-elect Joe Biden said he would do the same thing once he takes office. COVID-19 has infected several gorillas at the San Diego Zoo Safari Park, the first known transmission to great apes. The gorillas tested positive after they began coughing. Officials believe an asymptomatic zoo staffer unwittingly gave them the virus.
They're doing okay. They're experiencing some mild symptoms, and we continue to observe them, but they're drinking, they're eating, and they're interacting with one another.
Zoo veterinarians expect the gorillas to make a full recovery, but more than 376,000 Americans have now died from COVID-19. Rob Reynolds, Al Jazeera, Los Angeles.